Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg, and I am going to go and update XRP for you guys because there's a little baby pump on XRP and it started up on YouTube channels and on Twitter. So let's go investigate. Let's see what's going on XRP on the long time frames. For those that are new to my channel and new subscribers, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Now, one of the things that I do through my channels with my subscribers is I think it's important to take the overall look at the chart 1 week and then go back into it, whatever time frame you like to go to. Typically, I usually wind up, depending on what's going on, the 12-hour, maybe the 8-hour, or the 4-hour, or something like that. And going back and forth between those time frames. And then once I'm complete, I zoom back out and look at it on a weekly chart to make sure it makes sense. The reason why I do that is you can get deep into these assets and get inside, like right at area right there, and you can get lost. You can get lost. You're like thinking, oh yeah, it's going to do a moonshot. And then if you don't zoom out, you might see something on the zoom out and go, wait a second, looks like it's going to dump, if you know what I mean. So I'm going over XRP and I will update it from the long time frame going back in to see what is going on in there. However, I have a different opinion on XRP. That this right here is a massive third wave that it did. The RSI, you guys can see down here, substantiates that and did a correction in XRP over here is finishing off a fifth wave over here with 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think it's going to have one more hoorah. It could possibly make it beyond 392. It's just going to depend on how much momentum. The reason why I say that is because you take a look at the RSI down here, guys. You have some impulsive moves over here, and then you have a massive impulsive move through here with a sequence to make a third wave with your divergence right there. From that peak to that peak, you have divergence, bearish divergence to make this over here. So you can see how this wave section kind of goes with this wave section over here, and now this section over here is a fifth wave, in my opinion. And then with this, within this fifth wave, you have a peak of a wave down here going up there, making a little bit of divergence. Now, if this is a 1, 2, it could be. I don't think so. I think it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly. So it remains to be seen. Either way, the result will be more or less the same. It'll start going up, okay, more or less from this point up into this point, whether this is the ending of the fifth or starting into a third. I just don't think it doesn't make sense for me to be a third wave. One of the reasons why is because if you look at the whole crypto market, you take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is going into probably a fifth wave. It's going to go up. If there's going to be a wave run for Bitcoin, my target peaks are 70 to 74, and it might touch like 80K or something like that. Ethereum, more or less, going up into another wave. BNB, more or less, going up into another wave, then correct. You take a look at some other assets that are like that too. Cardano's got to go up in one more wave and then correct. So to me, it seems reasonable that this is going to go up in another wave and then correct. Okay. So looking at that. So we're going to go into this area down to a 12-hour chart and let you guys know what is possibly going on. I take a look at this, guys, and here's what I'm going to do with XRP is that you can go 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 10 different ways with this. So what I do with XRP is I would just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Here's the thing right here. There's a wave over here. You could count this as some sort of wave, and it may correct it here, and this is up for a wave, and maybe it corrected here, and then possibly it's going up for a wave. If you do think that is making some sort of bullish count, then this wave needs to get up there to this area about 41 cents or 42 cents, and you want to see it above that, okay? Or this could be some sort of wave, and then it did a correction over here. This would be a 3, 3, 5, and then it's over here making another wave. Now, more than likely, what you want to be aware of is in the situation where these assets are right now, like XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum as an example, crypto assets that have done a serious nosedive of 90+%. I think XRP is down 85%. Is that typically they're not just going to go 1, 2, and then blast off into a third wave. So more than likely, we're going to see if you do have a wave where this is 1, 2 here, you might see another smaller one, 1, 2, or something like that. And then it's making a base to go bullish a few weeks or possibly even months down the road. My guess in something like this, if it's doing that, would be weeks, like by the end of the year, possibly it start or something like that. So what I would do is just keep it reasonable. And then you have a lower end target about 29 cents over here. Okay. And if you're looking to go long, I'm not talking about long as in doing a trade where you want to enter in at 29 cents and exit 39 cents. If you're doing an accumulation and getting yourself ready for this possible next wave run, as long as it's staying above the 29 cents, you should be okay. It's probably making a type of bullish count. You can probably be pretty sure that this 29 cents over here was a low. Okay. And you want to be aware too, it could be bearish a little bit coming up into a wave to correct back down right below this 29 cents too. Okay. There's some assets that could do that and just come back down there and break that low. So you want to be aware of that also too with XRP. So I would just keep it very, very straightforward and simple. I don't trade XRP. I did one short trade with XRP, was up at 60 some cents and went down. Only reason I did that is so I could say that I shorted XRP. That was it. Yeah, I shorted XRP, whatever. It went down and moved on with it. And I find easier assets to trade. I find this asset is very, very difficult to trade. It's more difficult, in my opinion, than Bitcoin. So what I would do is keep this area, this is your line in the sand for XRP, and just let this suss itself out. I think the downside risk is minimal with XRP just based on the long-term time frames with what it's doing over here. So like I said, let me go back out to the weekly chart and I'll show you. Okay. The downside risk is minimal. So now there's going to be, what is this doing in here? There's the potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which I think is a high probability. And there's also just going to be 1, 1, 2, and then it's going into a 3. Don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong, and maybe it's going to blast off into a third wave. I don't think the environment and the other assets are set up to be doing third waves. Not yet. It's going to be a while before the third wave comes around in the cryptocurrency market for the bigger assets and an asset like this. But one of the reasons is that I think it's critical for to pay attention to with XRP at that 29 cents area is that if you take a look at the weekly chart, this RSI is the lowest it's ever been. It's taken everything out. So in my opinion, the higher probability is to the up. It just may take some time. You might need some patience with an asset like this. However, when XRP starts moving, it moves. So that's the other issue with XRP. You can see it came down and just started blasting out of there. Just anytime it was down, it would start moving quick. So it's very, very hard to time this asset. Another reason I don't like that either. It's difficult. This is a difficult asset. I'll be willing to admit that, guys. So it's all the way down there, taking everything out. And then I put a post on Twitter about this. I said, more than likely, if XRP is in this nice diagonal, okay, this nice diagonal, the area to pay attention to is the trend line. Okay. So you see, you got a touch here, and it's touched here multiple times, and then a touch over here, and then it's off. So I think that this trend line, if perhaps it's in a diagonal, and I do think it is in a diagonal, let's come out here to a daily chart. Here's that trend line area that I was telling you about. This area right here is more than likely, if XRP is in a diagonal, guys, it's going to hang right around that trend line. And it could come to a point, might come outside of it a little bit, go back in, and then it's going to get itself ready. Here's that trend line on the daily chart. You can see a touch there, and it's touching over here, touch, touch, touch. When assets like XRP are within a diagonal, guys, they follow these trend lines. Another one you could check out is like Polkadot. Polkadot's probably got a trend line that's going to be hanging around right in that area, probably doing somewhat similar to what XRP is doing right over here, getting itself ready to get out of there. So, and then the trend line up top for a target that I have for XRP, let me go out to a 3-day chart, blow that up for you, is that, your touch, you have your throw over there, you have a touch with the candle body there, a massive throw over here, back down, and you can see in this correction, went back tested that trend line, and then started making its way down. Now it's on the top of this trend line. So more than likely you'd be in this area, and it might do a massive run up into that trend line again, guys. I would not be surprised for XRP to do something like that. Just wind itself up in this area and bam, right up there, right beyond all-time highs of, what is that? $3.68 is what I'm looking at. So All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.